Hi, I'm Leslie Greening, and I would like to talk to you today about scheduling training for project deliverables. Now, projects are all about change of one type or another, so generally the end user would need some sort of training. The users of the deliverables need to know what the new product or service is and how to use it. It could be a new production tool, IT software, or even a new process of working. A few projects I've worked on, there hasn't been much in the way of training in the schedule. It may have a one-line item, or just a few tasks without a lot of thought of what's going on and what's actually involved. The scope and the cost of the training is not included, the timing. It should be an integral part of the planning and implementation, and therefore should have sufficient planning. It's surprising how many projects don't do the planning to the extent necessary. Depending on the size and complexity of the training, it would have an impact on the timeline and the cost, and some training can be extremely expensive, as many of you know. Now, training may be a minimal on-the-job training, for instance, a new version of software. This would possibly involve IT just creating a document with relevant changes like click this button instead of that, or this form will appear, not the old one, then distribute to the workforce. Maybe not too much work involved there, but it still needs to be considered. The training department or trainer needs to start designing their training package, or maybe research and organise outsourcing of the training. It's no use doing this too late. If outsourcing, the training company needs to schedule in with their other clients, or make sure an experienced trainer is available when needed. On the other side of the coin, some trainees can be scheduled into a course without too much impact on their daily routine and little or no impact on their colleagues. But if it was something like a rollout of a new high-tech train or bus, the drivers may need to learn a totally different way of driving. Many trains are now computerised with a main control centre. That can be totally alien to the drivers, and that takes a lot of learning time. Hospital staff may be required to use new medical equipment like a scanner or a laser. Or what if you have to organise night shift workers to attend daytime courses? That's not always an easy task. They may need a lot of time and a lot of notice to make other arrangements. Child daycare, for instance. As a project manager, you need to ensure the project and the training needs are aligned. And if workers are attending courses, who's covering their usual work activities? Will that be required? Timing is an important consideration. Training has to be ready and needs to happen at the right time. Too late and it can cause a delay in using the project deliverable. If the training is too early, a refresher course may be needed to be set up as the trainee has forgotten fundamental points they need to know. So points to bear in mind are: how will the training be delivered? Online, on-the-job training, or classroom environment? Who needs it? When is it required? How much time will it take up? Has it been planned adequately? How complex is it to schedule training into the employee's normal workload? So just remember the training, put it in your schedule early in order to adequately plan and coordinate with the training department. Even if there's a separate training plan, there needs to be adequate tasks and touch points in the master plan to ensure that the plans align and things are ready when they need to be. Well, that's it for now, and thank you for listening, and I hope you found this information useful. If so, please subscribe and check out my other videos.